I've been trying a lot of new stuff these days in order to stay sane, and I've been into some crafting lately, and I've done quite a few neat little things, like these really cool terrain pieces. I stole the idea from the Black Magic Craft channel, so nothing really new I can tell you about it. But what I'm even more excited about are my very own craft miniatures made out of modeling clay. So in this video and the next one, I'm going to show you how I turned little bricks of clay like this into miniatures, like ochre jelly and Galeb doors, which are basically little earth elementals. You're watching Listen Dice, and I'm your bard, Volkert. If you want to support Listen Dice, you can do so on Patreon. You can unlock custom D&D content such as NPCs, villains, magic items, and the MP3s of my original music. Right now I'm creating a series of sidekicks for your games, and my latest creation is a Gazer sidekick. Not just any Gazer, but a Bard Gazer. Gazer Bard thing, with its own modified stat block. If you want to learn his backstory, how this lovely abomination came into existence, and have a look at those neat abilities of his, go ahead and become a patron. So this is probably the easiest miniature in the world to do. I've seen a lot of methods people use to make oozes, like hot glue for instance, but I've just sort of stumbled upon clay, and what I like about it over hot glue is the amount of control that you have over the material. What's great about this particular miniature is that it doesn't even need a base. You can just shape its bottom in 2x2 inches, or smaller if you're going to make small copies of it to display its split ability. As you might remember, if an ochre jelly gets slashing damage or lightning, I believe, it splits. So the first thing you want to do is to knead the hell out of it to give it the flexibility it needs. My piece of clay was really hard, so I gave it a few drops of special clay softener thing, which I'm sure you can get in the same art shop along with clay. Perhaps it happened because it was a pretty old little brick lying around the house for quite a while. Obviously you can go with whatever shape you like, just browse the Google Images for references, or take it straight out of the monster manual. First I'm trying to create this squished circular shape as its general body, and the first body part that I'm shaping here is something that I guess you could call his head, and I'm trying to make it sort of face forward, making it appear as if it's dragging itself, kind of reaching out. The same goes for his arm, or rather pseudopod. It's going to have two of those. Now I'm using this little instrument here called Sculpting Ball Stylus. It certainly makes work easier, but you can definitely use just your hands. I have to say though, it really helped when I was making those Galeb doors, cause they had a lot more intricacies to their anatomies. But with this piece you'll be fine. First of all, it's a really nice way to practice, and you always get yourself a miniature as an outcome. And with this particular monster, there really are no mistakes, only happy accidents. I'm also making its tail, if you could call it that, appear like this jelly substance being dragged along the floor to give the miniature a feel of movement. And for some finishing touches, I use the stylus to give it more fluid, flowing look. It also makes it a lot shinier, which is good. I'm using a brownish kind of clay, and I thought it would be okay to just leave it like that, but I figured that I wanted a more ochre color, so I used Bastigor Flash to achieve that. And there you go, your very own ochre jelly, ready to terrorize your players. Be sure to subscribe and turn the notifications on so you won't miss any new videos on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.